Learning. It is a lifelong passion for many. Personally, I was never a huge fan of school learning. I'm always a visual learner and a learn by doing sort of guy. So I follow a lot of channels that talk about motorcycle skills and practicing this and that and the other thing and how to do it. You know, the whole turn your head, friction zone, and a little bit of rear brake crowd. I ride like an 850-pound Harley. I want to say 900 pounds, but that would just be a lie. But anyway, welcome back to the channel, my friends. We're riding home on the Street Glide. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's fun, and I just like having fun. If you like having fun, you're going to love this video. Maybe. Whoa, hello. Whee! But it got me to thinking, I'm always trying to up my game in whatever aspect of life I'm in. I enjoy learning. I really do. And I really enjoy learning about things that I'm passionate about, like probably most of you. You get into a hobby like motorcycling, which then becomes a lifestyle, John, and you just want to learn all about it. You memorize facts and figures, and you practice your skills at riding and all that. Well, we'll get back into it in a minute, but I don't really practice my riding skills as much as I should. But I was having a conversation with a friend of mine while we were riding the other day, and I said, oh, I got through that corner pretty good after going through a corner. And he was like, yeah, you're definitely a lot more comfortable on that Street Glide than you were a year ago when we first rode together. And I said, thank you. I think my lean angles have gone up by like 15 degrees left and right. And he kind of laughed, and he was like, basically, you're right, John. I think you have. And it comes down to a level of comfort with the bike and with my skills as a rider that allows me to lean the bike further. I am still not great at slow speed. I don't lean the bike or carry enough speed into a U-turn, and it shows, and I'm ashamed of that. Not really, but I do need to practice that stuff. But as far as surface street speeds, I am quite comfortable chucking this bike into a corner. And his line to me was, man, you can make that bagger hustle. And I got to thinking, shouldn't every rider be able to hustle their bike? And then I went back further, and let's start at the MSF course. I took it in 2010. Wonderful experience. I did great, obviously, because I passed it. And I'm the best at everything that's ever happened. No, I kid. I am generally pretty horrible at anything I try. It takes a lot of practice for me to get half good at something. So to say I'm half good at motorcycling, that leaves a lot of room for error, doesn't it? Which is why I leave a lot of room for other people's errors in my riding, including my own errors, because I like that margin of safety. It's important to me. But my lifestyle doesn't really lend itself well to, hey, I'm going to take Saturday to practice and Sunday to ride. So here's a tip for you. If you commute on your bike or you ride on a regular basis, you can either find a parking lot and practice in that for a little bit and then go out on your ride. Or you could do what I do, where I practice my slow ride coming up to lights, and I practice going around corners in sort of different methods, but around the speed limit, and that builds a confidence level at the speed limit. So normal riding speeds, which I think is very important, being able to handle your bike when you're out riding on the road. Did I just miss this light? Tag nabbit. All right, who's gonna go straight and screw up a good thing? Let's see. You know, because that's a left turn only lane. We got one good guy and one dum-dum on their phone. Get off the phone! Yeah, dum-dum. Yeah, I'm name calling. Don't name call, kids. But anyway, getting back on track, there I was in the MSF course, and they asked, they're talking the friction zone, and I raised my hand. I'm like, hey, boss, I don't know what the friction zone is. And they're like, okay, so they explained it to me in dullard terms, you know, because I'm a dullard. And I go, oh. And they're like, wait, didn't you raise your hand at the start of class and say you had ridden before? Thank you for using your signal. You get a thumbs up. And I said, yeah, I did like 160 miles on my learner's permit, legally, of course. And they were like, well, let me ask you this, because I think they're really curious at this point. And they're trying to figure out just how stupid one guy can be, right? They were like, hey, how did you take off from a stop? And I was like, gave it some revs, dumped the clutch, and whee, off we went. And you could feel the internal face palm, and you could see the look on their faces was aghast with the horror of somebody who had no idea what the friction zone was and had driven a stick shift car and was always taught, you don't want to burn up the clutch, so give it some revs, let out the clutch, and away she goes. You know, just don't give it too many revs. Mind you, oh, hold on. Oh, that was a good one. Mind you, I don't know that I ever burned up a clutch, but I certainly could make them smell. I was all right with a stick shift, but I was always worried about it. And that's why I don't buy stick shift cars anymore. That and my knees are too bad. But anyway, they were like, huh. So I learned something in that class that I need to use the friction zone. Motorcycles, most of them, Ducatis are dry clutches, but most of them, I gave it away. Use wet clutches. So they're bathed in oil. You can sit in the friction zone for a great period of time and miles before you wear out a motorcycle's clutch. So I like to use it to my benefit whenever possible. And when you're manhandling a 900-pound Harley, I said it, probably weighs 900 pounds with four pack and all the other shit I added to this bike. You need the friction zone. It's not light and nimble like a sport bike or whatever. So you got to use what you got. Shake what your mama gave you. So that's what I do. And so I learned something in the MSF course, and I like to continue learning, which is why I've applied some of these techniques in my daily riding to where I can practice in a safe-ish environment. There's nobody around. I can go, hey. Oh, yeah. Locked up the ABS. I know what that feels like. I was able to give it the progressive brake pressure and go just beyond lockup, and it stopped. You know, you got nobody around, you can practice that sort of thing. You can practice your swerving in your lane, and it builds the confidence level of riding, and it builds the confidence level of the rider so that they can handle scary situations without panicking. You know, the same friend of mine and I were riding along on the highway, and a Ram 2500 or something with a big old trailer behind it came into our lane. Neither one of us panicked. It really came in after me. I guess they didn't see him on his bike, but they came in after me and cut him off, and he didn't panic. He checked his blind spot. I had an eye on him. He checked his blind spot, his adjacent lanes, went over, got in another lane, went past the guy, got back up to me. You know, no bent sheet metal, no scars. We're good. So that was a lot of fun. So yes, I like to build my practice into my daily riding, get a little warm up. When I leave work, there's like 3 or 4 potholes that are lined up on a slalom course, and I can wiggle and waggle the bike through them, and it kind of limbers up the joints and loosens everybody up. Like, hey, we're ready to rock and roll, baby. And there's no shame in doing that. When I leave my house, there's kind of a similar situation, and I take full advantage of that so that I can get a little bit of practice in, get in the right mindset of riding. So I guess my point is, hold on, and they harvested the corn. I think there was corn there. I'll go back a few videos and check. But anyway, they harvested. But the point is, don't get too comfortable with your riding skills, because something's going to come up that tests that. And if you're tested past your abilities, that's going to be a bad day. You're going to lay it down or worse. And I don't want that for anybody, all right? Motorcycle accidents are no fun. And I've had a couple of them, all right? Minor ones, admittedly, minor ones. But I don't wish it on anybody. Not even my worst enemy. No. But I want to know from you, how was your MSF experience? Did you actually learn anything? And do you continue to practice and learn your riding skills? I think it's important for everybody to do. You know, like anything else, it atrophies. And, well, that's about all I got to say about that. I get to share one of my dum-dum maneuvers and also remind you to go out and practice, because riding along on a straight road is not what we get to do all day, every day. Oh, and stopping from a stop like this, I'm gonna show you. We turn the wheel a little bit, and then just kind of whoop, take off and lean into it, and we're there. I don't know if that's the right technique, but that's the one that I do, and that was easy breezy. I ended up right in the middle of my lane, and I do like it. You know, people say, I was going to end the video, but we'll end it in a minute. People say that, oh, you got to ride fast, you got to ride hard. Simmer down, Hoss, simmer down. You have to ride at your comfort level and your skill level first, because if you're not, you're having a bad day, and nobody needs to have a bad day. I'm gonna have a bad time editing because I'm cursing a lot today. Oh, it's been a week already, folks. It may be a Tuesday or Friday for you, but it's not a Tuesday or Friday for me. I don't think. I don't really know. Anyway, the point I was trying to make, back on topic, the point I'm trying to make is ride at your comfort level and make incremental changes to your riding. Ride a little bit harder. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good? We good? All right, there we go. He's kind of like, what's this guy doing? Talking to his bike. There's a concrete man. Solid. Anyway, make incremental changes and just inch over a little bit more till you scrape hard parts and not wreck. Yeah, that's my best piece of advice I could give you right now. And if that's not good advice, somebody let me know in the comments below. But I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my ride home. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I hope the rest of your day goes swimmingly. So thank you again for riding with me, and until next time, John out. Yep, John out. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna make a nice, see, I'm gonna use the friction zone, a little rear brake here, because it just smooths everything up. Oh yeah, oh, that felt good. See, and feeling good makes you feel even better. And when you feel even better, I don't know, I was gonna go to a joke there, but I'll just end the video instead.